What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Knowledge Uprising. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. Tonight, we will be discussing on a couple different subject matters, and I appreciate you guys coming in and watching us. We got my boy Saquon tonight. We got my boy Sir Drop, and we got my boy Ken Beckford right now. What we doing right now? It's an open discussion, so we have no set discussion. And I'm gonna let my boy Saquon take off the broadcast tonight, y'all. What's up, Saquon? How you doing out there, brother?
What's going on, man? All right, so the topic I got was with beliefs, like this belief system that we have right now. Like
Yes.
everybody's all misconstrued and lost and trying to figure out where we going from here. And that's the one thing I want to try to bring to the table, like keep us level headed to where we going, because we keep staying off the topic. So I don't know, like I watched a lot of videos. I did a lot of research on it, and I'm trying to figure out. This is my question for the people on the panel: is like, as far as everybody's beliefs or where we at right now, how does that change what we're doing?
But it doesn't change nothing. That's what you got to understand. Now, the knowledge that we reciprocate through these TV screens, we're giving it to other people. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't change nothing just because it's a round earth or it's a flat earth or it's this is that. At the end of the day, you still have to interpret the things you know in everyday life. You get what I'm saying, brother?
Mm-hmm. True.
So like you said, what does it change? It doesn't change nothing. It just gives a better understanding about the perspective and the world you're living in.
Mm.
Yo, what up, Steven?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Welcome to the broadcast, brother.
Thank you so much, and glad to be here. You know, you always got a good build going, so that's a good thing.
Always, man. That's what it's about.
Matter of fact, is this on YouTube right now too, right?
Yes, we're live
Okay,
right now.
so I'm gonna go share it real quick. Let me let me pull it up real quick, and then that way I
All
can share it so people will know. And so what did I miss so far?
right. Oh, right now Saquon was just talking. We was just building.
Oh, okay,
Go ahead,
yeah. I
go
saw the
ahead,
young man's.
brother.
I saw a couple of his YouTube videos. Okay.
Yeah. He's serious about what he's talking about, but I feel him though, man. Like if you not just doing it just to do it, like and just doing it for the money, it's a totally different thing. Yo, Saquon, what's up, brother? Go ahead and finish your
Yeah.
statement.
So how I was really putting, and I started to realize it was affecting my personal life, and it was just to the point where I had to sit down and think to myself, like, how could I take this information that I was just given uh, uh, stuff that we need to do as far know,
Hey, is everybody breaking up? Because I can't hear
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. I had a hard time. I couldn't hear what was going on either.
thinking about everybody else's kids. How's the future going to be for us? Is it going to be where we still talking about flat Earth and the world's going to end, or we actually putting something in place for our children to have some type of structure to survive past our time? Anybody got anything you want to add to that? Anybody want to build on that? Let me know.
Hey, say it one more time. I was multitasking. What you say?
So I'm saying, like, I'm trying to look further than the flat Earth. I'm trying to look further than, like, I have the knowledge, cool, but I'm trying to look further than that. I'm trying to think about the next generation, the generation that's coming up, making structure for them, so that way they have something when we're not here. Because to me, I was put here in the worst position, and all I want to do is make it better than what it was before. Because I have to make that sacrifice for my kids. You probably have to make that sacrifice for your kids. Everybody have to make their own sacrifices that they're gonna have to make in life. And that's why I don't really shit on any religion, but I keep it to where everybody believes whatever you want to believe, because we're all here together, no matter what. This person might believe killing people is the way to do whatever he feels. But no matter what, we're all here together. I don't think that's a good belief, but I don't think that's a good moral. Let me not even say belief, because that's two different things. I don't think it's a good moral to have, but everybody has their own way of learning and living to an extent. And I feel like there's a lot of sacrifices being made in life so we could move forward. If we don't make these sacrifices now, then we're going to suffer later in that aspect, pretty much. So that's why I'm trying to see if we could build something for the next generation. Because I'm young, I'm 24, and I'm thinking about this now instead of thinking about this when I'm 50, when I'm 60. Like, what is the next generation going to have that we can give to them, besides just the knowledge of the Earth is flat and this is right and this is wrong, and like I'm beyond that right now.
Right. It's interesting what you're saying. I would say that it goes hand in hand. I think if you're looking for the next generation to learn something, then you want the correct information. You know what I mean? So there's like an amalgamation of things that you use. It can consist of the earth, other truth, and things like that. And so what's going on is a lot of people feel that the education about where we live is wrong. And so if you want to make the world a better place, you got to correct the world and let people know exactly what it is. Because if you're trying to make something a better place and have no clue what it's all about, how are you going to make it better if you don't have that information? So what's happening is this, right now, people, there's, arguments, things going on about the shape of the planet, but it leads to something bigger. Also, when you're talking about the shape of the planet, to me, it's more of people thinking for themselves. So if you have one point of view and someone else has another point of view, and you guys are discussing that, that's more on a philosophical level. But I think that people should be able to talk about things without feeling that, oh, if this is my point of view, or because I have free thought, that I should be shunned or ridiculed or something like that. So flat Earth is very important. What's more important than the shape of the Earth is the way we keep it and take care of it. But I think it's an interesting topic because once you start talking about that, then it leads on to other things as well. And so the thing is, because this is, the globe Earth is what's being taught in school. On there, even for people that don't, accept that theory, the kids are being taught that anyway. So it's technically you're just like having religion taught in school. There's a reason why religion isn't taught in school. But if someone's teaching you one way of thought, you're still having religion in school, just in a different form. So you want people to be able to be taught, or at least offer different versions and then let them go to their own conclusion. So I think that's just one of the things why people are talking about the earth right now. So this is an old debate that's a new again because people are awakening.
Man, you're absolutely right about that. Because to me, I think about, like, when they teach you about the globe in school, I think it's more of a brainwashing type of thing. Like, okay, we got you to believe that this is this. So now when we put, other knowledge in your head, you're not going to go against it. You're going to go with it because this is what you're being taught. So you're learning it and you're not questioning it. And that's pretty much what they want, because they want people in the workforce. To me, I don't say school is all the way bad, because it gives you a lot of core values and things that you need to know. But in a way, it brainwashes you in a way to be in a workforce and be a worker and not understand what is life. What are we supposed to be really doing in life? How is your job affecting the earth? How is us using these materials that we're building is affecting the earth? How's it affecting our environment? How's it affecting our weather? That type of stuff. When it comes down to flat earth, I'm okay with it. But when it comes down to the shapes, all this, to me, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear nothing of it.
Right.
Because it's like, it's pointless to me. No matter what you think the shape of the earth is, and you find out it is, it's not going to change. It's just going to be what it is. It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting more stress on yourself, trying to figure out what it is.
Right.
And that's what I felt like I was doing. Like I was putting more stress on myself. And I had to get out of that mindset. And I'm glad I did, because there's a lot of people that were, I was talking to in the chat, and they will always agree, and we will always get attacked. And it's just like, attacked for what? We all have an open mind. We all have our own mind. We all have, challenge each other to think harder, to make a difference in life. So why not? Why not keep going with it? Like, keep going that way. But then there's like a circle. But I'm over that. Let me get off of that, because then that's put me right now, put myself in a circle.
Sure. But so I think then they probably would be better off just not teaching it at all. I think if you go into school and you learn your math and you learn how to read, those are the basic things that keep you through life, because, they teach a lot of history that don't benefit us as well. You know what I mean? So you're learning a whole lot of things that really doesn't benefit you anyway. In school, we learned one thing. Now that we're out of school, nobody taught us about Aboriginal or anything, you know what I'm saying? Not when I was in school, and I'm twice your age, right? So now, so the thing is that now that everybody's getting a hold of this information, people are at an outrage, because it's like, well, wait a minute, why were we taught this when there was other theories? What makes this one more prominent over that one? Because, like you say, it's not only the earth debate. It's like, wow, were we really slaves, or were we already here? Are we original people? So there's a whole lot of things that are going on. And I think people, and people are talking about it now because they weren't talking about it in school. So now we're, playing catch up on this new information in people's quest to find out what, they are and where they came from. So I think some of the conversations are beneficial. I understand where you're coming from. If that's all you're talking about and it's getting to you, I get that. But I think the conversation is good, because for the future and for your kids, you want to, if they're going to be taught the same thing that you taught, that you learned, and that I learned, and that our ancestors, forefathers learned, or our, grandfathers learned, and so on, then they're not really moving any forward. So the information that we have right now, we need to change it now. So when they do go to school, they'll have, the opportunity to choose which models that they feel is right, or did we come here as slaves, or were we already here, or whatever. So what we do right now will change the information that your kids will learn when they get in school. Otherwise, like I said, they're just going to be learning the same stuff that we've been learning for the last 50 or 60 years that really haven't uplifted us as a community at all, because we're still really no better off than we were, 40 or 50 years ago. Yeah. So I think talking about that stuff right now is important, just so we can get the textbooks and other things changed.
Yeah, because we really don't have a lot of things building us up. I mean, the internet has been moving very good to building young entrepreneurs and stuff like that, but we really still don't have a lot of schools directed towards that. I wish we would be able to do stuff like that, like put this into school curricular activities and stuff like that. That's what sir was talking about for the panel started, and that was pretty good. That's a pretty good idea, get like a little class session and get people to actually, like kids, where they can soak up a lot of the information to build something, instead of like, having to do the questioning. We already did all the questioning. We broke it down for you. All we got to do is interpret it, make you understand it better, and build something from it. That's what I'm really focused on right now. That's why I'm here to soak up whatever I can soak up and learn from. I want to soak that up right now and take that. Other than that, that was my main topic. Beliefs. Like, beliefs right now is getting out of control. Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
Oh, you talking about did you just say the police?
Nah, belief.
Belief.
Oh, belief. Oh, belief. Yeah.
The police out of control.
Okay.
Too,
yeah. You know what?
See,
that's why I don't believe in anything. I do not believe in anything. I either agree or I disagree.
Yes.
When you
That's what I'm
believe in
saying.
something, then you become emotional.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, so what happens to me is that as I get more information, what I
No,
agree
no.
or disagree with will
Let me
always change.
hey, let me be rude right quick because
Oh, go
I'm
right
doing
ahead.
no, I'm doing two things.
Go ahead.
I'm doing two things. No, real
Go
talk.
ahead, man.
Man, you gotta believe. Listen, man. Listen. You gotta believe it's something that move your bones. You ain't never see it. You gotta believe that something making them leaves feather through the wind, but you don't see it. You gotta believe.
Wait a minute.
But
feel what
not
I'm-
everybody
But
believes in
believing-
something.
believing-
Because I'm not gonna lie. I know some Mexicans. They don't
I know
believe in
bullshit when I
shit.
see bullshit, but I still believe in shit. Come on,
Yeah,
we can't
but
just because they made
I
it.
get what you're
how that
saying.
works.
But I know some people that really don't believe in shit. They think everything you're saying is ludicrous. And this is a fact. I'm not lying about that, but that's how
Right.
some people are.
That's
But
what I do.
you-
I
like
just
you
take your
said,
word for it. Like I just
You
take
gotta
your
have
word.
a belief. You gotta have a belief.
Like I will go along because if I feel that you know more than me, I'll go along with that. But I don't get emotional about it. So what I'm saying is, that as I get more knowledge about something, I'm not held on to that. You understand what I'm saying? I'll move
Yeah.
on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because I think when you believe in something, you get emotional about it. You understand what I'm saying?
You have to cap when you're learning because your beliefs is capping you from moving forward. It limits where you're going. To me,
Right. So yeah, because then when you believe something, you're not open-minded, right? That's where the whole religion thing comes in. When people believe, they're so tied onto that even if they heard something, if the truth was smacking them in the face, they're not going to change because they're so indoctrined and and believing in that. So I'm like, okay, I'll go along with that. But I've talked to you guys before, and I've heard something that I liked where I'm a different person now than I was before when I got on the panel. You know what I mean? Because I heard something, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me move on to that because I kind of like that. But if I was just stuck in my own ways and believe that, I wouldn't be progressing at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be on this panel right now.
Hey, do
might
y'all
still be stuck over there in flat earth.
do y'all believe in God? Do y'all believe in God?
Of course, I believe in God. I'm not an atheist. Yeah,
All right.
I believe in the Creator.
Yeah.
know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Do me a favor, sir.
Now, when you saying God, are you referring to the Creator?
Yeah. Define God. Define God.
In the divine, I am. You listening to God. I'm listening to God. You hearing God. You hear them babies crying, that's God. You see them
God is
trees
all around
going.
us. I know.
Yeah,
I know
God
there's
is
a God.
God.
We all
God is
God.
all. So when we say all, I want
I
to
ain't
get
gonna
people.
believe it though.
Listen, I want to get people out of this thought that God got 10 fingers and 10 toes because the Bible says.
He don't like where you're going.
He don't.
No, you
Yeah,
said,
you gotta. Yeah. When people ask me if I believe in God,
We can't
like,
when he-
explain God, but we can explain Jesus Christ.
Listen, when
We
he
can
said,
explain.
all right, listen, man. Look, it's action. We got action. We got turbulence. We got turbulence. Anyway, now we smooth selling. We smooth selling. Damn, I knew I was gonna forget what the hell I was gonna
so
say.
you're talking about God, and we're all God and stuff.
He created man in our image, right? But there's R, right? You gotta see the R. The R is everything that's around man. Now listen, that's why our body contains every mineral, everything that's in nature. Our body got in us. So now, see, we can take it deep because, like, when people be thumping the Bible, they try to thump it 100%, and the Bible is a good 87% dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes. If I set you down with Thut Moses, you win last one round with him. You know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, y'all go ahead, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Okay, what was that verse you just said? God created who and what's image?
Created man in our image.
Okay, when they say our, that means more than one person.
No, because that would be arrogant of a man to say our person.
I'm just repeating.
No, you don't know how they was talking back then. You don't know how they was what's up, baby.
No, if I say, hey man, let's
Created
create these
an
people after
image.
our image, that means there's a
Hey,
few of us like our.
hold
I
up,
didn't say
my
after my
bad.
image.
My nose, you busted my
I
nose.
think it
Look,
was
my
his.
girl,
I think
listen,
it was
you,
his image.
and then you stabbed me. Look, here's what I'm saying. My girl just corrected me. What you say, baby? Created what?
His image, not
In
ours.
his image. Yeah, we was created in
His
his
image. Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought it
okay.
was.
Okay.
I thought it was our image.
Okay, so I'm absolutely wrong. Recant everything I said. Sorry, people.
You good, brother? You good? You good, brother? You good, brother? You good,
I
brother?
always admit when I'm wrong every time.
No, that's all right. No, because I think that yeah, when people say, I have to always say, well, define God, because like I agree with you that people try to make them sound like or it or the source or whatever you want to call like a person. And to me, if I was to define God, it would be the nature, whatever, because I don't know.
Yeah, I would say everything around me, including me, we're all part of one thing. We all do the same thing when we come here. We all do the same thing when we leave. So
Yeah.
I say
Hey,
it's
what
all
if
one
I
thing.
told you a monkey smarter than you, right? No, this real shit. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Now, you want to
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
how a
we can
monkey
hear you
smarter
talk
than you?
about the monkeys.
Now, I'm about to tell you how. I'm gonna throw
Talk
your
to us,
ass.
bro.
I'm gonna throw your ass in
Talk
that
to us, bro.
wilderness. I'm gonna throw you in that wilderness, and that monkey gonna show you what you gotta do. And if you can't swing from them trees, lions gonna get you. If you can't, see, that's the arrogance of man. We think we the supreme everything on everything, and no, we're the supreme in our space. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So to fuck with them animals, what they had to do, they had to cut everything down. Man, just cut it down. Cause we can't
yeah,
see them. They live in this.
because
Yeah,
they
hell,
really are connected. Like they don't think about, they don't gotta think about rent. They don't gotta think about where they getting their food from. Everything's just there for them. Like they just live in the environment that's around them. So we gotta adapt. We gotta build houses and all this stuff just so we could be warm, and like they don't gotta do all this. They don't gotta pay for none of this. That's the great thing about about nature. And I think we got too far away from nature, but in a sense, like where was our place in nature? I guess we had it, but we lost it due to people wanting to make, make this world what it is now. Like I'm not I'm not mad about it because I feel like if this place is infinite, everything needs to happen. Everything needs to happen. It just makes sense. If it's infinite, you have to have events occur. Like back then, they had these type of houses. Now they got these modern day houses. All this technology is moving the way it's moving. I don't like it. To me, it's infinite. Like everything's gonna happen. It's here. They didn't have all this technology back then. They probably had technology, but it wasn't like this. We can tell just based off of what's left. Because if they had this type, if they was more advanced, they're already where they're at right now, and we're here. They can't tell us anything, but we just trying to figure it out as we go. That's why I say it's all in how we move forward, how we look at the past, and we take it into the future. Because think about it. Okay, somebody made the first vacuum. The first vacuum probably was great at that time, but is it great now? Can you use that first vacuum now and vacuum your carpet and do the same like do what these vacuums do? Use a lot less electricity. Same thing with the TVs. Like everything around us had room for improvement. Even us, like we all had to walk before we could crawl. I mean, we had to crawl before we could walk and run. So I mean, I feel like the world took its pace at growing. It crawled, then it walked, now it's running. I don't know what's next after that, but just know we in that state. Like that's where we gotta keep it at. We can't. I ain't trying to. I look at the past. I do a lot of research on the past, but that's the whole point. I take it so I can make a better future. I don't really take it to like keep trying to go deep down inside and decipher it because it's about what's working for us now. Because those things we don't have anymore. It said we had big trees and all that. We don't have that anymore. How are we getting that back? We have GMO seeds. They had the original seeds back then. How are we getting the stuff back? I don't see it. And there's probably real seeds out there, real trees, and we just probably being like, a bag over the head, being told whatever, and we just going with it. At this point, I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they like, I can't say I believe in God. I know there's a God because there's a God that created me. Two beings came together and created me. If these two people didn't come together, then I wouldn't be here. Just like me having my child now. If me and my wife didn't come together, then my child would not be here. Not in that image. It'll be in a different image. So we gotta look at that. So we all are gods. And that's what I know. I can't believe in something like that. Because if I believe it, then that means I don't know. And I'm capping myself from learning more. Now, I know that for now. I'm willing to learn if there's something else out there that's, higher than me, but I can't see it. So that makes a belief. Something that I can't see, but I know it's there. A belief. Something I know for a fact I could do, I know. I can't. It's either I know or I don't know. And I'm good with that. I'm okay with that because that gives me room to grow. If I don't know, I want to learn so I could know. But if it's something that I try to learn and I can't find, then to me is a belief. Because I can't find it on this earth. It's here. Cool. We have air, we have oxygen. You can prove that. You can do whatever, it did, oxygen, whatever, they put little molecules, whatever. You can prove that. So to me, you know that, right? You could breathe, this. But once again, that has something to do with us being humans. We learn how to talk to each other and give things names so we can figure things out and we can organize things. To me, it is what it is. It's here. It's in my presence. I breathe it in, I breathe it out. It's always going to be here. It's going to be here when I leave. It's going to be here when I get back. The sun, the moon, same thing. It's going to be here when I leave. It's going to be here when I get back. And that's one thing that I can't, to me, it's not a belief to me because when you look at every aspect, I'm here. I can feel this. I can touch this. I can do this to my hair. I can touch my face. I can do all of this. One thing that a dead person can't tell me is really nothing besides what they did here. They can't give me any more input on what's here. But I can interact with you. I can interact with everybody on this panel. I can interact with my family. I can interact with my kids. I can interact with technology. I can do all this stuff. But I can't interact with the dead. And that's one thing that I started to realize when I was doing my research was there has to be, when we say there's another life after this, we have to start looking into, are you going to be a baby again? What are you going to be again? We won't know because we haven't experienced it yet. And when we do experience it, we won't be able to tell anybody else. And I feel like that's the only experience here that will make sense here. People die every day. People are born every day. The same second somebody dies, somebody's born. So when you piece that together, you start to realize like we don't know what's going to happen, but when you look at it from that aspect, you could really see it. It's not like, oh, we believing in this. You can really see it. Like someone dies, someone's born. And I feel like that's what we've been really missing a lot of this time because we're too busy looking up and looking down. We're looking around and nothing's coming out of that sky but rain, thunder, and planes polluting the air and all that. So that's how I'm looking at it now. Like I always been looking at it that way. Like when I leave here, I'm gonna be back here again. It's just like recycling the energy. It's always here. It's always around you. That's why to me, oxygen, I really don't consider oxygen. It's just, it is what it is. Everything is what it is. It's just that we as humans give everything a name so we can organize things, just like we have the time of day. So we can organize things, so we can make it beneficial to us. The animals don't use that. They just know what's day, what's night. They don't know when it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They just know when the sun is over there I'm gonna go catch my fish, or I'm gonna go do that. Like, they just know how the world works. They don't have to use time and all that. So that's one thing that I have. That's one thing that I've been learning lately. So anybody want to build on that? Let me know. What happened to knowledge?
I think he's still there. He should be.
Oh, went off. We still live though, but still, that's what I've been thinking about lately. Like, it's been making a lot of sense to me, because it's either I know or I don't know, and that's the unknown. So to me, like you said, you could have a belief, but I don't really hold it as a belief, because it's something that you can't really talk about. Because once it's done, it's done. Like, you could be back here as a baby and don't remember anything. So, like, the God cycle, like, you literally hold a lot of souls where the man holds the soul, transfer it to the woman, they combine, and then make a child. You need both. You need the yin and the yang. Can't go without it. So, I mean, people who try to disprove it, oh, yeah, there's women out here that could do this and do that. Yeah, but can y'all prove it? No, y'all can't. Y'all can say it, though. It's a belief. But we know that if a man and a woman gets together, you could possibly see a child. Not everybody has that algorithm where they could do that, because some people have certain defects or certain things that, later down the line, depending on what you've been doing to your body, which is very important, what we need to start doing, which I need to start doing a lot more, because me being young, I started to realize that I'm taking everything for granted for what's here, and I'm wasting, like, my youth by eating all of this stuff that is processed and fast food and all that stuff. I'm starting to realize it. I was listening to it before, but I was really stuck in my way. But then I started to, like, really take it in and really understand where I need to go with that. So I'm taking my time with that, though. I gotta weave myself over it, but I'm not gonna completely say no, and I'm not gonna be a complete vegan. I'm not gonna do that. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm being honest, because I started to realize like, a lot of them are, like, very, very frail, and I like to have a little bit of weight on me, and I like to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be so frail, and you end up doing all that. And I've seen studies, and a lot of people don't even, outlive people that's eating meat. So it's like the studies just show, like, all right, whatever. It doesn't make a difference, because if back in the day my ancestor was shooting harpoons at animals to eat and all that to get nourishment, and they were doing that, why is this whole talk of, oh, everybody was in harmony and all this stuff? It probably was at that one point in time, but can you prove it? No, but you could prove that, they were doing this. They were throwing harpoons and killing animals and eating them. I mean, and the animals are doing the same thing. So, I mean, that's something you could prove. Like, that. It's not a belief. So, that's why certain things I take from the Bible, I'll take it, but I won't.
Yo, give me a sec, man. I don't know what's going on. My laptop done went offline. Y'all, hold on, man.
I was saying that, like,
I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, it be doing that bullshit. But y'all keep building. Y'all keep building.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, with the ancestors, if they was doing it before, why we can't do it now? I mean, people make it seem like the whole time everybody was berries and everything was cool. Yeah, probably back in the days when you didn't have the brain nourishment to actually to do different things. They found the berries, so they're doing this, and then when they figured out how to do this, then they started to kill the fish and do all that stuff. So it's like it took time. Like I said, the world had to crawl before it could walk. Everything had to, in existence, learn how to adapt to itself. So once it started doing that, then that's how we end up meat and all that. So it's like, I don't understand how people go say, oh, you need to be complete vegan, you don't need to do this and you need to do that. Yeah, maybe we need to cut back a lot more vegetables, but I'm not gonna take it out of my. I'm sorry.
No problem. It might have to do with like a conscious level type thing, like looking at animals as sentient beings.
Mm-hmm.
just like us, and so it's like in the Buddhist nature,